Hi, welcome to Moose's Workshop. Today we are going to be installing Track on top of the cork we put in on the other video. What we're going to do is at least how we do it. Over here, it'll be nailed down. But over here where it starts to go up the incline, there's no wood to anchor the track to. So we'll be having the little nails, plus we'll be gluing it down. That way it don't move, because of the doorway that it's going to line up with. And we'll do the same on here. That way when the door's shut, it's perfectly even, the track is perfectly even, and it can't wiggle. Because the foam moves a little bit and the cork has a little give to it. So we'll do both tack and glue there. So we're going to pre-drill the track here for a couple nails. And then later, after the glue dries, we'll do the rest. And then we'll nail the rest all the way down to here to where the other left-handed Petco turnout's going to be once it gets here. We're using the Electrofrogs that are currently being discontinued, so it's hard to find any left in stock. I want to match what we already have on this side of the table. So we got those coming. Hopefully they'll get here soon, and we'll have a video about how to rewire an Electrofrog to work with DCC properly. So let's get to work with the pre-drilling. Okay, while we're waiting for that glue to dry, we're over on another section of the railroad where the incline is going steadily up in the other direction. There's a step I forgot to tell you before gluing the track down, silly me, and that's to make sure all your foam is level. I kind of reviewed it on the foam one, but I just want to reiterate it. The cork, you want to make sure that's level. Here, there's a couple little areas where I can feel a ridge, and you don't want that. So always stand in the direction towards the ridge. That way you're taking off the material on the high side. Otherwise you're just chasing your tail, rubbing from the high to the low, and you're just grinding the low off. It shouldn't take much. I'm using 60 grit. Make sure you have something that it's wrapped around that's wood or something flat. That way you don't get any lines in it. See, that ridge is slowly going away. Like I said in the last video, we went over this, so I'm just showing you a review again. I'm not going to kill you with the vacuum cleaner noise. I'll just skip that part. But make sure you get all this, especially right here, where all your seams meet. You invariably, especially on an incline or decline, have one that's a hair higher or lower than the others. Okay, it doesn't take much. Right there, a little bit more. There we go. And I'll just do that for the rest of the curve. And when we come back, we'll be nailing the other track. Shorten the bed a bit. Don't need to be out that far. Give you better control of the wandering. when you pull the drill bit out, like I just did, it'll want to pull up with it. Make sure you hold the track down, otherwise you might have a tendency for the little spikes to pull out. It's a pain in the butt to get them back on. This may seem like overkill in this little area, but here on this one, when we nailed it down, we got nails here, nails here, nails here, and then we space every couple of inches from there on out. Later on, once we glue down ballast, any little give, there's not much, in a track, the ballast will hold it down. So there's no need to crazy nail it down or crazy glue it down. Okay, next we're going to spread some glue on here. Well, not glue, we're going to use caulking instead. All-purpose adhesive caulk. What's great, I always make sure that I get some that is mold resistant, because you never know. This is water resistant, water cleanup. You can paint it in 40 minutes. Mold and mildew resistant. Easy to use, limited lifetime guarantee, white blanco, blah blah blah. You don't need a lot. You don't want it coming up through the ties and then see it through your ballast. But if you look, it's great for molding, ceramic tiles, backsplashes, wood, brick, concrete, metal, drywall, vinyl, laminate, foam board, and more. So it will work on this. Let me open the tube and we'll be right back. Okay, we got the caulk ready in our cheap $1.99 caulking gun. That's all you need. Some people I've seen use liquid nail. It's great for adhering stuff, but if you ever want to pull up your track again, this stuff is so strong it'll just destroy your track. Also, it's very rigid and can crack easy, so if you have a lot of vibration in your table, it could crack and peel up too. So in my case here, I'm using a good caulking that's got a little give to it. That's the other reason I'm putting some nails in there too, though. What we're going to do is we're going to put a small bead on, and then we're going to trowel it a little bit smooth. Then we're going to put some weight on it to hold it where it needs to go. I'm going to put some nails in it right here too. And we're going to go from there. Also, I had a good question from 2 of our viewers saying, okay, our last video was part 1. This is part 2. Where's all the benchwork building and all that? That stuff was done last year. We're changing our format for this year and going by part 1, part 2, part 3 instead of different things, so it's easier to search for what you're looking for because it'll be in numerical order. So if you want to check out the benchwork and all that, I'll put links to them in the bottom description, so please check them out. Also, please subscribe, like, and comment, and just join in the conversation. We appreciate it. So, okay. I'm going to put the caulking down now, move the drill out of the way. Okay. A little off camera right now, but that's fine. Come on, caulking. There we go. You just need a bead, you don't need a ton. Shove a little bit under here too. That's more than plenty. Set that up to the side. Just make sure to hold down when it's lifted up a hair, where I didn't put any glue on the very tip. Okay, just a piece of cardboard from an old Atlas thingy. I start spreading it out. You don't have to get too finicky with it, but you want to cover 95% of it correctly and get any lines out of it. Go down a little bit more over here with the extra. Okay, now we're going to put the track on. Okay, here's our track. Get it somewhat lined up to where we want. Now for me, for this, most important part is getting this first part lined up as much as possible. Okay, now I'm going to put the nails in. Let me grab my tools. Got a pair of pliers. Got a nail set. Got a hammer. And of course, tiny little brad nails. Where is it? There we go. Let me get a little closer. Shouldn't need the hammer, but I got it here. I got the wrong size thingy. Here's the right one. This one has a little depression in it. Can you see that? Yeah. It's perfect for the nail head, so it doesn't wander around. End up bending less of them or shooting them in sideways. Trying not to get this caulking on my fingers all over the place. Okay, got it started. Just push it down. Don't need a lot of force. You don't want to push them so far that you start bending the rail either. Okay, oops. Line it up. There we go. A little hard to do while trying to keep out of the camera's way. Used to standing at the side. Also a good thing, if you see, these are magnetic. Like I said, kind of hard standing to the side. Let me grab some more nails. I got a couple there. There we go. This layout, if you're new here, if you're wondering, it goes around the perimeter of a 12 by 8 room, and except for this wall here, all the 3 other sides are 2.5 feet wide. So, small layout, but nice. I also have the option of going through this wall into the next room someday if I ever want to expand. But as my first major railroad build since I was a kid, this is more than enough. Actually went searching through my parents' old barn where I had my layout as a kid. It's just a simple figure 8 kind of thingy on a ping pong table. But I had some model railroad magazines back then, and I found them. Dusty as they are, still neat to look at. To look in them after all these years. Back then, DCC and brass track were the thing. Now I'm using nickel silver and DCC. So later on, the one engine I still had left, I'm probably going to convert to DCC once I rebuild it. That'll be a nice video. Okay, that is in. That is straight. Check the track for alignment. Make sure it has a nice gentle curve. You can even use one of these templates if you want. I don't really need to, but because I eye it with the seam line. But see that? That's a nice gentle move. Not bad for by eye. Okay, now with that down, I'm going to weigh it down. Cans, full cans of spray paint. Lord knows I have enough. Move back a bit. Okay, there we go. Find the center of the can of gravity. Full cans of tubes of caulk work. This is good too. Especially down here. That's not full enough. And I'll grab one more here in a second. But that's how it's glued down. We'll let that dry for a few hours. And we'll come back and nail the rest down. All the way to down there. Stay tuned. Ran out of storage room on the memory card. Sorry about that. That's enough for showing proof of concept. If you think there's some particular thing we're not covering in this video for installing track, let us know. The soldering and all that we will be showing later. Because I'm waiting for a new soldering iron to show up. I did do the videos once with my old one, but it's like 25-30-year-old soldering iron that I've had forever. And it was just time to get a new one. Oops. I'm going to use both hands. Don't push in too much because you'll dent in the foam and all that. Won't be pretty. See, it's not going anywhere. Now I'll show you over. Sorry about that.